Now in Good Morning Northwest, two hearings happening today in the University of Idaho murder case. How both will affect the information you get about the case and the trial.
It's a muggy start. It's warm as well. Showers likely today, maybe a few thunder showers. We're going to talk about when and where coming your way.
Donald Trump indicted, the charges the former president is facing in federal court, and what that does to his run for the White House. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Friday, June the 9th. Mark Peterson is here with a look at that first alert forecast. Like you said, might see some showers, but nothing like last night.
Well, that was a rocker, wasn't it? Oh, we had them all over the place and quite a few hundreds of lightning strikes. Now, today, we're still looking for that potential, but not as much. 63 degrees. We do have rain showers into the Coeur d'Alene area, but as we take a look at I-90 and Northwest Boulevard, again, those roads drying out. We're looking pretty good. 63 degrees currently. Here's a look at the 4 things that you need to know. Showers today, certainly. Possible thunderstorm activity. More numerous north of Spokane and in North Idaho. Flood watch north of Spokane and in North Idaho as well. And the weekend's going to be drier for all. Satellite and radar, this is a live look at what's happening right now. And we do see, again, those showers coming in south of Spokane and also coming out of Coeur d'Alene. They're going to be scattered throughout the day. So it really is going to be hit and miss. In fact, our forecast radar is showing the same thing. However, we get into the afternoon and now we start to see more of a concentration that could include Spokane and I-90 all the way up through Canada, and we could see again the potential for some lightning strikes there. Today we're going to have temperatures climbing up slowly, but it's going to get into the mid-70s throughout much of the afternoon, and that chance of thunderstorm activity does exist, again, just not like yesterday.
And we're tracking news out of Moscow this morning. There are 2 separate hearings today on the University of Idaho murders.
One on the gag order in place, which limits information about the investigation from being released. The other on cameras allowed in the courtroom. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with what we can expect at both hearings.
Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students last fall, does not want cameras allowed at his upcoming trial. Court documents show Kohberger and his legal team believe cameras would serve as a distraction, and it could derail his chances at getting a fair trial. 4 News Now is part of the group of journalism organizations asking for cameras to be allowed in the courtroom and also for the gag order preventing people involved in the case to talk about it publicly be lifted. We're expected to hear from the Associated Press and the Gonsalves family attorney. Kohberger's lawyers say that given the sensationalized nature of the case, audio and video from these hearings has become material for news outlets and social media accounts to, quote, espouse their unfounded opinions. Kohberger's attorney writes that after each of Kohberger's court appearances, social media posts attempt to analyze his demeanor by observing his body language, and after one court hearing described him as cold iciness and that it looks like he is just filled with darkness and hate. The first gag order hearing will take place this morning, and the second hearing about cameras being allowed in the courtroom is at 1:30 this afternoon. A trial date is set for October 2nd and expected to last 4 to 6 weeks. And 4 News Now will be in Moscow for today's court proceedings. We will be sure to keep you updated on KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Historic breaking news this morning.
Former President Donald Trump has been summoned to appear in a Miami federal court on Tuesday.
Trump was indicted yesterday on 7 counts in the special counsel's classified documents probe. The charges include 1 under the Espionage Act, as well as charges of obstruction of justice, destruction or falsification of records, conspiracy, and false statements. The DOJ has been investigating whether classified documents from the Trump White House were illegally mishandled when they were taken to his Florida Mar-a-Lago resort after he left office. This indictment comes just months after Trump was charged by a Manhattan grand jury in a separate hush money case. We'll have a closer look at the indictment and how the former president is responding coming up in 30 minutes.
A group of bipartisan lawmakers on Capitol Hill will soon introduce a bill to ban the sale of bump stocks and other devices that increase the fire rate of semi-automatic guns. The proposed legislation comes after 2 federal appeals courts ruled to strike down a 2017 ban on bump stocks from the ATF. The bill faces an uphill battle, though, as other lawmakers have admitted the recent shootings across the U.S. are not enough to move substantial gun reform measures through a divided Congress.
Community members in Liberty Lake rallied to make sure all of their graduating seniors receive a diploma this weekend. Ridgeline High School's policy is that all fines must be paid in order to receive a diploma. When a friend of her son said he didn't know how he was going to come up with the $300 he owed, Mariah Quimby turned to Facebook for help and was met with an overwhelming response and raised enough money to pay off his fine in 20 minutes. Her post started a snowball effect of people wanting to help other students in the same boat.
Everything from nutritional balances that have been paid off to fees from middle school that they never turned in a library book or something, from $25 to $300.
And 5 hours after her first post, Quimby was told all senior fines had been paid and no diplomas would be withheld. She says this is a testament to the goodness in her community. And we did reach out to the Central Valley School District for comment on it. An official said they appreciate the generosity of their community members and encourages any family with questions about their fines to contact their schools. Way to go, Mariah.
Yeah, it's really great.
And friends. And so many kids in our area are looking forward to getting their diplomas this weekend.
Yeah, seniors from nearly 24 local high schools will graduate over the next few days, including Spokane Public Schools, which will be at the podium. Our Destiny Richards is live there, been there all morning long with the preview.
Yeah, it's been a quick turnaround to get the podium ready for graduation weekend. We already have all of the seats out on the floor. They just have one more curtain to put up behind the stage, but that's not a whole lot. But they are ready, and they have ceremonies going on from this evening with West Valley, 3 Spokane schools Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then East Valley graduating Monday morning. So we're talking about everything from parking to security screening to seating here at the podium so that you can be ready to see your graduate. That's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Busy down there.
Yeah, Good Morning Northwest time now 6:07.
And it was a busy day yesterday in the forecast, and today still got some stuff happening.
Yeah, especially into North Idaho and north of Deer Park or Deer Park. Part of that is we still have the flood watch in those areas. Spokane's out of it right now, but we had standing water all over the place yesterday. Should be a better story today. Your forecast coming up.
And summers can be great here, but the sun and hot temps can spell trouble for your skin. Coming up, what to watch for and how to treat some of those issues.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
New name means new fun. Tooele Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
The Floor Trader outlets splash into summer savings going on now. Click waterproof LVP flooring starting at just 99 cents. Laminate starting at only 85 cents. The Floor Trader, summer savings.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division at Francis.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication.
As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedoms we enjoy as Americans.
Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Kickstart your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. And discover a better way to drive in America's favorite RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma and Tundra trucks. And if you're looking for a great deal on a certified used vehicle, Findlay has a large selection to choose from. Plus, every used vehicle sold comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, making it the perfect time to visit Findlay Downtown Toyota today, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Online and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Tim? Where are you? Over here by the mattresses. Oh, there you are.
We really need to do something about all this inventory.
Let's make some room with a warehouse sale.
Come in today during Kerner Furniture's warehouse sale and shop low prices on all bedroom, dining, and living room sets in the showroom and warehouse.
And don't forget, we have the lowest guaranteed prices on Lazy Boy furniture.
Kerner Furniture's annual warehouse sale is happening now.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
The Floor Trader outlets splash into summer savings going on now. Click waterproof LVP flooring starting at just 99 cents. Laminate starting at only 85 cents. The Floor Traders Summer Savings.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division at Francis.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest.
A major decision from the Supreme Court on voting rights could have a major impact on who controls Congress after the next election.
Chief Justice John Roberts and conservative Brett Kavanaugh surprised many by joining the court's liberal justices and striking down Alabama's congressional map, which critics say diluted the power of black voters. The 5-4 decision upheld a lower court ruling finding a redistricting map drawn by the Republican-led Alabama legislature violated the Voting Rights Act. It drew just one district out of 7 that had a majority of black voters, even though more than 1 in 4 Alabama residents are black. It's a decision experts say will have immediate consequences.
President Biden will visit North Carolina today, making 2 stops related to jobs. First, the president will visit Nash Community College in Rocky Mount, a school the White House says received $24 million from the American Rescue Plan for training on clean energy careers. Next, President Biden will go to Fort Liberty, the Army post formerly known as Fort Bragg, which was renamed last week. There, he'll sign an executive order aimed at helping military spouses remain in the workforce, a main agenda item for his wife Jill, who will be on the trip with him.
All right, good morning. 10-second takeaway. It's all about the few showers that are going to remain with us through the day and some sustained rain in areas. It's going to remain humid today, a little cooler than yesterday, so keep those rain layers handy.
And as we spend more time outside this summer, that increased exposure to sun and heat can harm your skin. Some effects of sensitive summer skin are patches that get darker, more acne, heat rash, and of course, sunburns that can cause cancer later in life. Certain medications can also make your skin more sensitive to the sun, cause a reaction. But there are ways to protect yourself from problems like heat rash.
When you sweat, you want to make sure that you then shower quickly soon after you've been outside to minimize any potential for those sweat glands to get blocked.
Wear water-resistant, broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher, and consider using products with labels like oil-free and won't clog pores. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now just about 6:13.
It is a great time of year for gardeners, and now even more people are getting their hands in the soil thanks to a special project by Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team. Up next, we'll show you gardening for grands.
And high school graduation weekend at the podium. Destiny is helping you prepare. She's live with everything from parking and security to what you can and can't bring. That's next.
River Park Square wants to honor dads this Father's Day and celebrate all they do. If you know of a great father, let us know. One lucky dad will win a River Park Square Father's Day gift package worth over $1,000. Go to KXLY.com and enter to win this Father's Day giveaway.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns to Pend Oreille County June 17th and 18th. Discover the rich history, folklore, and mystery, from Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise. A 5K fun run and plenty of food. This event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings, or sign up for the Presenters Dinner and talk to them firsthand. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
I just don't think STCU could handle us. We've grown a lot.
Can I be frank with you? Not just because that's my name. Now, we've upgraded our tools, team, and bring a fresh perspective.
So what's your pitch?
Growth is great, but uncontrolled growth, now that can be dangerous.
And how could growth be bad?
You ever seen a 6-foot-tall 3rd grader sitting on Santa's lap? You ever see a 4th grader with a beard?
This is some sort of reverse psychology.
No, it's just the regular one. STCU Business. Partner up.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one, and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock, but box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. Get your new appliance from Fred's the same day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Entrepreneur, mom, and now model. Why a Spokane businesswoman is getting out of her comfort zone to redefine beauty for us all.
Whatever your ability is, you have a duty to go out there and make the most of it.
Watch Monday at 6 on Good Morning Northwest.
New name means new fun. Tooele Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
6:16, it was all smiles as Mark Peterson and the Extreme team spent the morning with students from East Valley Middle School delivering garden beds to 4 local senior centers. It was the annual Gardening for Grands event.
And each of those planters were made by students in shop class. Let's let Mark tell you why this event is so important to these seniors.
All right, so let's do a deep dive on Gardening for Grands real quick. First of all you have to do is look at this. It's the pictures of the elderly and the young working together. Not only did the shop class from East Valley Middle School get to put these together, but now they're seeing them put together and assembled and then planting with those senior citizens. And guess what? The interaction is magic. It's so fun to watch this. But also, according to Colette, the executive director at the cottages, it has a huge benefit to their clients.
Hands-on is great for dementia and Alzheimer's because they can get their hands in, they can feel things, textures, smells, stuff like that. It's just so good for them. So they love to play with anything that they can get their hands on.
So you can see Betty Boop having fun. Hi, Debbie, how are you? She's got a smile and she's planted some plants. All right, we're going to continue to make our stops, but I have to tell you, love Gardening for Grands. It's a one-day wonder, and it is wonderful. We want to thank everybody who was a part of it. I'm Mark Peterson with the Extreme Team, 4 News Now.
Really, really great.
Wonder who got more out of it, the kids, the adults?
Me. I think I'm the one who got the most out of it. One of the cool things, so we had 4 different centers, finished up about 1:30. They got to go on the bus. They got to make it back to get their bus home. So the timing worked out, and we got sprinkled on a little. That was it.
Thank goodness.
It was just a great day.
Thank goodness.
Just a great day.
Good job.
I love it. All right, good morning, everybody. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Here we go. We have, again, shower activity that's rolling through. We're starting to see more rain showers coming in. Worley, Rockford, Rathdrum. You just had a shower pass through. Deer Park's coming your way. Light showers, no thunder as yet, but isolated lightning strikes not out of the question. 76 and an increased chance of thunderstorm activity later on this afternoon and mainly into North Idaho. Those thunderstorms are going to be weaker than they were yesterday. They don't have that energy to produce the massive amounts of rain that we saw yesterday. 57 degrees, clouds mild, isolated thunderstorm activity overnight. Right now we're sitting into the mid-60s downtown, looking pretty good. 62 Deer Park, it is muggy. Post Falls, you're at 62, you're muggy. And that's really what we're seeing throughout the region. We had so much moisture yesterday, and now with that warmth, it's just in the air. Satellite and radar, so we showed you the ones that were closer to home, but up north, up into areas of Bonners Ferry, crossing over into areas of Colville. You're going to see more rain moving in later on today. Here is a look at that forecast radar. 8 o'clock, we have a pretty good chance of seeing those rain showers we just talked about coming across. Everything is really heading north. Now we start to see this come in from the south, heading due north, and the majority of that energy is going to be into North Idaho. Highs today into the mid-70s, 78 Grand Coulee, Tri-Cities 78. They were almost 100 2 days ago, so changes. All right, Saturday 77, drier. Sunday 83, drier, partly to mostly sunny next week with temperatures well above average. So we're back into the heat Monday and Tuesday. Not in the 90s, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, graduation weekend is here, and ceremonies have already started for high schools in the Spokane area.
Yeah, many graduates and their families will be gathered at the podium this year. Destiny Richards is live there right now with what you need to know before attending your graduate ceremony.
That's right. Literally back-to-back ceremonies from Friday, today, through Monday. Let's give you a quick snapshot at those dates, but you probably already know when your graduate is walking across the stage. We all start with West Valley here at the podium tonight, and then our Spokane area schools graduate Saturday and Sunday, and then East Valley is the last to graduate at 9:30 a.m. on Monday morning. So a lot going on here at the podium, and everything is already set up. All of the seats, the stage. We're here with Paul Christensen with the podium. Tell us just about seating. People can choose whether they want to sit on the floor or in the stands.
Yeah, so we have about 3,000 seats on the floor, and then another 3,000 seats in the stands. So, probably the best seats are more to the middle of the house. The ones on the wide, out on the edges of the stands are a little bit have not such great sight lines. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we have plenty of seating. We expect a pretty full house for the Spokane Public School graduations this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's obviously a long list of things that you can't bring, but there's some ones that may not be so obvious than, obviously no weapons and things like that, but no strollers, outside food, or signs with like a big face of your graduate.
Correct. We don't want anything that can obstruct the view of other parents or other family members that want to see their grads up on the stage. So yeah, no balloons, no big signs or bobbleheads or things like that. And then the obvious things, guns, knives, things like that. But then the strollers thing is an interesting one. We just don't have room for a lot of extra stuff to be brought into the building with such a full house.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a full house, and with those back-to-back ceremonies, you don't want to congregate here at the podium. Coming up a little later, we'll show you an ideal spot for taking those grad photos, and then you got to head out so other families and graduates can enjoy their day and enjoy their time as well. So that's all coming up a little later this hour. I'll send it back to you guys.
I guess I'll put away those big signs I had made up for grads.
Don't do it. Not this year. It's now 6:22. Game 4 of the NBA Finals is tonight. We'll tell you how it'll affect your news viewing schedule.
And the Seahawks just wrapped up minicamp, which included the rookies, how Pete Carroll says they fared, and what he hopes to see from them going forward. Next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Spokane Symphony 2023-24 season subscriptions are available now. Online at SpokaneSymphony.org or call the box office at 509-624-1200.
Hi, Kylie here with Dad at Parker Toyota. We know finding time during the busy week to schedule your service maintenance can be difficult. That's why we've expanded our hours. We're now open Sundays.
Schedule your oil change, brakes, and other maintenance needs at your convenience online, parkertoyota.com. Our highly trained technicians can get you in and out with our express service.
Experience the no-problem sales and service 7 days a week at Parker Toyota in Coeur d'Alene.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Spokane businesswoman Lee Wick is used to attention, whether she wanted it or not.
They amputated my legs at 4 years old. It does get old having people question and stare at you. It is extremely exhausting.
So why is this entrepreneur mom adding model to her long list of accomplishments?
I realized that it was time for me to put my own money where my mouth was.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. Join me for Lee's amazing story, Monday at 6 a.m. only on Good Morning Northwest.
What if you could be a part of something bigger than yourself? Something meaningful. Something that's helped shape the lives of men for over 300 years. What if you could transform not just your own purpose, but your entire community? As the leading fraternal organization in the world, we unite men of good character who share a belief in the brotherhood of mankind. More than a man, a Mason. Visit freemason-wa.org.
Spokane Symphony 2023-24 season subscriptions are available now. Online at SpokaneSymphony.org or call the box office at 509-624-1200.
We are now just 90 days away from the NFL kicking off its season, as all 32 teams and their fan bases have hopes this could be their year. And that includes the Seattle Seahawks, who will enter as one of the favorites in the NFC, which sounds crazy because this time last year, there were talks of a complete rebuild. But anyway, on Thursday, Seattle wrapped up its 3-day mandatory minicamp, which includes rookies and veterans alike. So really one first chance to see some of the guys that we've heard a lot about over the past month line up against players that have been doing this professionally for a long time. And head coach Pete Carroll says he's proud of the way his young ones have responded.
I've said this before, and it's really the truth. We can feel the carryover from the way the last group came in. These guys have done the same thing. They've been on it. They've been working hard. They've been studying. They look like the guys we drafted, you know, and we're hoping to see. And it's been across the board. So it's been really positive. They're in good shape right now, and the big challenge is to send them off after next week, you know, where they stay with it and they get in the best condition of their life. So that's the challenge for us. But they've done everything we asked of them, and it's been really positive.
The Seahawks will now be off until the start of training camp, which should open up sometime in late July. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
And 4 News Now is your home for the NBA Finals, so there are a few schedule changes tonight you need to know about. World News with David Muir will begin at 3:30. You can then join a special edition of 4 News Now at 4. The NBA Finals coverage begins at 5, and you can catch another special edition of 4 News Now after the game. Miami needs to win tonight, or this thing is pretty much over.
Good morning. Northwest time is 6:27. Well, in like 1 second.
There it is. All right, before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Los Angeles Rams coach Raheem Morris is speaking out about jumping into action to help save a drowning child at a Las Vegas hotel pool.
And what was the first sign of trouble?
You know, I'm sitting down in the corner, and my kids are all in the pool, and I hear a scream. And I see a man coming out, obviously Joe now, with his 3-year-old son, Wyatt, and he puts him down poolside. And my first thing, you do what everybody else does. You kind of go to look to see what's happening, and I see Wyatt laying poolside, and he's blue. He's
like the color of your shirt, or
color, you know, probably a little darker than my shirt.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what he says about the life-saving training methods he credits for his quick thinking and how you can keep your kids safe in a similar emergency. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if it's girls' night, fright night, or the big night. Make your move and get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Sabinco. Not an injection, Sabinco is a once-daily pill for those who didn't respond to past treatments. And it's proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Once-daily Sabinco proactively treats eczema, whether you're flaring or not.
Sabinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots, serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once daily Sabinco.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Summer is here and everybody knows the general store has the fun stuff. But did you know?
We have hundreds of inflatables, towables, and kayaks for your time at the river or lake. You'll find the right drinkware from top brands such as Stanley, Hydro Flask, and Yeti. Boating? We have what you need in our recently upgraded marine section.
And backed by popular demand, kick off summer right with our Father's Day weekend car show event. Classic cars, prizes, and more. The general store. We have the fun stuff.
The selection and savings are rolling in at Findlay Downtown Toyota. And that means it's a great time to get the new Camry, RAV4, or Highlander you've been wanting. And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Findlay has hundreds of great choices to choose from. Plus, with every used vehicle sold, you'll receive a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Summer's here, y'all. Spend it with the Kelly Clarkson Show. Oh, hello.
That girl is poison.
Watch Kelly today at a special time. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now story tracker with the stories you are reading about online this morning.
Our top story, 2 separate hearings today on the University of Idaho murders. One on the gag order in place, which limits information about the investigation being released, and the other, a decision about whether cameras will be allowed in the courtroom. We'll be following each of these hearings today. Look for the latest updates all day long on the 4 News Now app.
A story many of you are reading on KXLY.com. U.S. Marshals in eastern Washington tracked down and arrested 2 wanted fugitives from Portland in Spokane on Wednesday. The 2 young men were both wanted in Portland on charges of first-degree robbery with a firearm. They were caught and arrested on West Rockwell in Spokane.
Also popular on our website this morning, the ongoing saga of Spokane Valley's sinking City Hall. The relatively new building, completed in 2017, has already cost the city close to $1 million in repairs. In the meantime, Spokane Valley moved city council meetings to another building and sealed off the chambers. The city is suing Meridian Construction with a trial set to begin in August, but Mayor Pam Haley says she hopes it can be solved in mediation. You can read the entire story right now on our website, KXLY.com. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Friday, June 9th. Mark is here with the First Alert forecast looking into the weekend.
All right, good morning. I love the sound of that. It's Friday. We do have cloud cover. We have a low cloud deck and some fog out there. It's very humid. We're sitting now at 63 degrees. Again, we're dry sky-wise here, but we have scattered showers all over the place. 4 things you need to know. We are going to see those showers today. Possible thunderstorm activity, not like yesterday. Flood watch north of Deer Park all the way into North Idaho and across into Omak. And a drier weekend is what we're going to be seeing. Doppler radar, yeah, we're seeing these showers come in more numerous to the southeast, and they're sort of coming our way. So we're going to see these showers continue to move through the region. We're going to continue to see more rain into the mountains than we'll see in the lower elevations. Forecast radar, yeah, lives up to that. As we see this system move in, we're going to have a pretty good opportunity for some light rain and isolated thunderstorms for us. Really, the mountains are going to absorb much of that energy. Here's the next 12 hours. Yeah, we're going to see that potential. 74 is what we're going to be seeing between 2 and 6. 75 will be our high today. So really, it is going to be a warm, humid day.
This morning, new reaction from former President Donald Trump since his history-making indictment on federal criminal charges.
Trump is facing multiple charges linked to his handling of classified documents, which could mean serious jail time for the former president. Cindy Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with the latest developments.
Donald Trump has been indicted for the 2nd time now, but this morning the former president is declaring his innocence in a new video on his social media platform Truth Social, calling the federal indictment a hoax. Listen to this.
I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly.
A special counsel appointed by the Justice Department has been investigating whether Trump violated the law or put national security at risk by holding on to documents marked classified at his Florida residence Mar-a-Lago. Sources tell ABC News Trump faces 7 charges, including conspiracy and at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act. This all started last year when the FBI seized more than 100 documents with classified markings from Mar-a-Lago after Trump failed to comply with a subpoena to return the records. Trump has claimed everything there was declassified. If convicted, he faces years in prison in this latest case. And new this morning, many prominent Republicans are standing by him. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy among those claiming federal law enforcement has been weaponized. But former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, along with many Democrats, are saying no one is above the law. the White House has declined to comment so far. And Trump's lawyer telling CNN he and his team had yet to see the actual indictment as of last night and had only received a summons for Trump to appear for an arraignment Tuesday in a federal courtroom in Miami. And even if Trump is convicted in this case, there's nothing in the Constitution that would stop him from running for president. The Trump campaign telling ABC's Rachel Scott a little more than an hour ago that they're still moving forward with events as planned for the 2024 presidential election. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thank you. A Spokane Teen Addiction Center is no longer being forced to close, at least for now.
Today, the Department of Health and Daybreak Youth Services will be back in court. Last month, the Washington Department of Health suspended Daybreak's licenses and said it had to shut down. Now, a Thurston County Superior Court judge says he wants to hear from both sides before making a final decision. They will present their arguments on why Daybreak should remain open or shut down for good. Much of the eastern half of the U.S. should be able to breathe easier this weekend. But air quality concerns caused by hundreds of Canadian wildfires are still hazardous in some areas this morning. Among the cities dealing with potentially dangerous pollutants, New York, Washington, D.C., and Philadelphia. The smoke clouds have forced postponements of professional sporting events, and numerous flights had to be grounded due to unfavorable visibility. Roughly 50 million people across the Midwest and the East Coast are currently under air quality alerts.
And because of all the wildfire smoke on the East Coast, demand for air filters, humidifiers, and masks are skyrocketing. Sales are surging on Amazon, and Google searches for air purifiers are up 16-fold since Monday. Companies that make the devices are gaining ground in the stock market. Share prices are up for Whirlpool, Carrier Global, and Johnson Controls. And the wildfire smoke in our community typically doesn't start really hitting unhealthy levels until late in the summer.
But there are some ways to prepare now for poor air quality later. If you don't have central air conditioning with a filter system, closing the windows when you are experiencing wildfire smoke probably won't be helpful. But you can make a filtration system yourself. All you have to do is take a 20-inch box fan and a square filter and attach it to the fan. Researchers say there has been a dramatic increase in poor air quality when wildfire smoke is in the air, and that it is worse than it was just a few years ago.
I don't know, I love summer here in Spokane. It's one of my favorite seasons. So coming and being outside and walking in the park is something I do every day, like on my work break. So not being able to do that and being stuck inside of my office is not my favorite in that time of year.
The director for the Gonzaga Climate Center says, sadly, we are getting used to the idea that wildfire smoke is just part of summer in the inland Northwest. It certainly has become that way, hasn't it?
No doubt.
It's now 6:38.
All right, we're going to send things over to Mark Peterson, and we are dealing with some smoke.
We've got smoke that is in around the region, but mainly into Montana onto the east side of the Rockies. They're helping to block, but also the winds coming in from the south, pulling up that fresh air and then gathering smoke and dropping it onto the East Coast. They're going to improve a little bit. We've got some low clouds and a humid start. Your full forecast coming up.
And cue the creepy music. A family sees a mysterious light in the sky and calls 911 saying they saw aliens. Why police didn't necessarily disbelieve them. That's next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch the summer fun vibe at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. We have over 300 gaming machines, and we were always adding new ones. Play your favorite games to earn your entries to win a share of $10,000 cash. And one lucky winner will get to choose this 2023 Can-Am Commander or $20,000 cash. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, June 24th at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games 7 days a week. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's time to plant at Sculptured Gardens, the Inland Northwest premier gift shop, garden center, and nursery. Don't miss out on a huge selection of veggies, fruit trees, and berries, as well as your favorite annuals, perennials, trees, and shrubs. Enjoy life, it's time. East of Sullivan on Sprague Avenue.
I was scared the night you overdosed.
but I was prepared. I brought naloxone with me. I learned when to use it. I learned how to use it. And I know you trusted me to use it. I held your hand tight when you woke up because I wanted you to feel safe. Your life is worth saving, friend, and I would save it again if I had to.
Your Broadway wishes granted at Disney's Aladdin. Audiences and critics agree it's exactly what you wish for. Don't miss Aladdin, the hit Broadway musical.
June 27th through July 2nd at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Visit BroadwaySpokane.com.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit ParkerSubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn why Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 8 years running.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It is now 6:41. A bizarre story this morning from Las Vegas, a possible UFO mystery.
A family insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
Like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes, they have big eyes. I swear to God, this is not a joke.
This 911 call happened when the family says they saw an object fall from the sky and then land in their backyard. Officers responded because they saw something too with this green glow captured on the newly released body cam footage.
Butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
A brief investigation of the yard revealed no sign of alien life, so officers closed the case as unfounded. Former intelligence officer David Grush has fueled talks of aliens recently turning over documents to Congress, claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims. All sounds very Men in Blackish.
It does. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. 10-second takeaway. Boy, a few showers. It's very humid start. You're going to need sort of a rain layer at times. And high today, 76 degrees.
Well, take a look at video of a police chase involving a stolen school bus in Ohio. The chase lasting almost an hour, crossing over into Indiana. The thief crashing into other cars, even going off the road. And as you can see, the bus eventually crashed. Here it goes. And the man behind the wheel was arrested. Don't know what that was all about, like why it started.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Really strange, though.
Don't steal a school bus.
Always a good rule of thumb. It's now 6:43.
All right, Destiny is live talking about high school graduations this morning.
Graduation ceremonies are going to be going on all weekend long, today through Monday. We're talking about what you need to know before you go, as well as where you can take some graduation pictures.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers use algorithms to treat every seller the same. We work with you personally. We Buy Ugly Houses customizes every purchase to every seller's needs. Call or click to sell quick.
At Colville Toyota, the pups are always sniffing out a deal that works best for you. Plus, our entire team is customer focused.
If you want a hassle-free, simple, easy, enjoyable, and quick customer service, take a scenic drive to Colville Toyota.
We're customer-centered and here to help you with the new Toyota car, SUV, truck, and our mix of certified and used vehicles.
Colville Toyota, where it's easy to buy, easy to do business with.
We're your small-town dealership with a big heart.
Entrepreneur, mom, and now model. Why a Spokane businesswoman is getting out of her comfort zone to redefine beauty for us all.
Whatever your ability is, you have a duty to go out there and make the most of it.
Watch Monday at 6 on Good Morning Northwest.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication.
As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedoms we enjoy as Americans.
Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Sometimes you're so busy taking care of everyone else, you don't do enough for yourself.
or your mouth. But eventually it will remind you. When it does, Aspen Dental is here for you. We offer the custom dental treatments you need all under one roof right nearby, so we can bring more life to your smile and more smile to your life, affordably. New patients without insurance can get a free complete exam and x-rays and 20% off treatment plans. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your appointment today.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Get ready for a brand new season of Collector's Call with all new collections.
Sundays on MeTV, over the air on KXLY 4.2.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers use algorithms to treat every seller the same. We work with you personally. We Buy Ugly Houses customizes every purchase to every seller's needs. Call or click to sell quick.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival.
Well, this weekend, high school graduates across the Spokane area will be gathered at the podium to get their diplomas.
It's going to be a busy weekend in downtown Spokane, and there is a lot to know before you attend your graduate ceremony. Destiny Richards is live with details on parking and crowd control between those ceremonies.
Yeah, we are standing on a balcony outside the podium. That is a great spot to take those grad photos, but you don't want to be here too long because, again, those back-to-back ceremonies are happening all weekend. We're talking with Paul Christensen again. Tell us a little bit about what people need to know, about, snapping those photos and then exiting the premises.
Well, the place we're standing on right now is our south balcony that overlooks the playground here in the park, and it's a great spot for pictures prior to the your graduation ceremony. But this will be the place that people congregate to get into the south doors. Another area is out in the park. The Riverfront Park is just a great, being on just the north side of the park, it's a great location to just go into the park. A lot of folks are parking in the core of downtown and walking through the park to actually use the podium instead of parking, at the arena. And so it's a nice place to just walk through the park, get your pictures, and go get a meal in the core of downtown.
All right, great. Well, thanks for being with us this morning. Definitely lots of information. We tried to get it all out there, but you can go to our website, KXLY.com, where we have more details, a link to the podium website, the Spokane Public Schools website, because we want you to be ready for your day and time to watch your graduate. Again, parking is $10 at all those different lots, and you can see a map of that on our website as well. I'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, it's going to be busy, and that's the spot right down there.
Yeah.
A lot of moving pieces, getting people in and out.
3 a day, Saturday and Sunday. That is
it's
a lot going on.
Cars going in and out, and it is going to be a little crazy on here.
$100, you can have the gate code to KXLY. But you got to pay me individually.
Right there, you hear it here.
Suddenly you hear the ding, ding, ding of the email. Yeah, you better be careful. All right, let's get to the Doppler radar, and we do have, again, some energy coming in. It's not going to be the energy we had yesterday, but more thunderstorm activity, more likely into North Idaho and northeastern Washington. But the showers coming in Worley, Rockford, heading our way. We are going to see those rain showers, and they're going to be in and out throughout the day. Temperatures right now into the mid-60s. Yeah, it is a warm, humid morning. High today is going to be 76 degrees. Showers, thunderstorm potential, but again, more likely into the mountains of Idaho and northeastern Washington. 57 tonight, cloudy, mild, isolated showers. We look at the forecast radar. It's going to get busy. All right, so we've got it coming in. We see it now approaching, and we're going to have those scattered showers. We're going to get a break. We're going to get more, and this is where we see that potential for thunderstorm activity coming in 4 or 5 o'clock. That's going to continue to move through. Errant lightning strikes through some of the energy, and we're going to see that exist to the early morning hours. Then it's going to push out. Highs day again into the mid-70s. We're going to see that from Bonners Ferry all the way into St. Mary's, Pullman, Lewiston 84, Ritzville 74 degrees. So everybody's a little cooler, but still humid. 77 Saturday, Sunday 83, Monday 87 degrees, and then look at Tuesday 88 with then a cool down. Not looking for a big system, just cooler air coming out as a system moves in. And it's going to be around 80 degrees Wednesday and Thursday. Overnight lows into the 60s, low 60s, thankfully.
What a stretch.
Yeah, it's going to be a continuation of the above average temperatures we've seen over the last month.
Okay.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, thanks. It's now 10 minutes before the hour. Good morning sprint's coming up.
All right. We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Friday morning. Be back in a flash.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Papa Murphy's.
At Fred Meyer, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
My parents started this dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and worked hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Toyota dealerships. And we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Whether they're lifelong Toyota owners or first-time buyers, Toyota drivers in North Idaho have helped us to grow into a dealership with over 170 dedicated staff members. People who care about this community the way my family does, with vehicles we're proud to put our name on.
If you're interested in a new Toyota or ready to bring yours into our state-of-the-art service center, we'll give you the great service that we began generations ago. Because we're looking forward to being your local Toyota family dealer for generations to come.
Elves, dwarves, dragons, and a very unlikely hero. These are what made The Hobbit my favorite book as a kid. And that's why I'm thrilled 4 News Now has teamed up with First Book to deliver hundreds of books to local children. Each one will open a world of imagination and a lifelong love of reading. Go to KXLY.com to learn how you can support the magic of storytelling.
We'd like to thank the Coeur d'Alene Casino for sponsoring McGee, Greens Ferry, Celtice, Jefferson, and Rosalia Elementary.
Spokane businesswoman Lee Wick is used to attention, whether she wanted it or not.
They amputated my legs at 4 years old. It does get old having people question and stare at you. It is extremely exhausting.
So why is this entrepreneur mom adding model to her long list of accomplishments?
I realized that it was time for me to put my own money where my mouth was.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. Join me for Lee's amazing story, Monday at 6 a.m. only on Good Morning Northwest.
When you download the Fred Meyer app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Fred Meyer app. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now just about 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend in the morning sprint.
Now, Mark is talking about some scattered showers and some little bit cooler temps today.
Destiny Richards is live with what you need to know to prepare for high school graduation weekend at the podium.
But first, there are 2 separate hearings today on the University of Idaho murders. Let's get to Sydney Charles with the details.
That's right. The first hearing this morning is on the gag order in place, which limits information about the investigation from being released. The other on cameras being allowed in the courtroom. Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students last fall, does not want cameras allowed at his upcoming trial. Court documents show that Kohberger and his legal team believe cameras would serve as a distraction and that it could derail his chances at getting a fair trial. 4 News Now is part of the group of journalism organizations asking for cameras to be allowed in the courtroom and also for the gag order preventing people involved in the case to talk about it publicly be lifted. We're expecting to hear from the Associated Press and the Consalvas family attorney. 4 News Now will be in Moscow for today's court proceedings, and you can follow all updates on the hearings on KXLY.com.
We continue following historic breaking news this morning as well. Former President Donald Trump summoned to appear in a Miami federal court on Tuesday. He was indicted yesterday on 7 counts in the special counsel's classified documents probe, including conspiracy and at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act. The DOJ has been investigating whether classified documents from the Trump White House were illegally mishandled when they were taken to his Florida Mar-a-Lago resort after he left office. The very latest on the indictment is coming up next on Good Morning America.
All right, we, in our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app would have paid off handsomely yesterday. Still download it if you don't have it. It's an important piece of equipment on your phone. We do have showers that are rolling in, coming in from the east and the southeast. They're going to roll over the top of us. We are going to see scattered showers today, but More likelihood of thunderstorm activity into the mountains of North Idaho. That's going to take us through the afternoon and evening hours, and then things should be much better for the weekend. Today, we are going to see that potential for thunderstorm activity, but not as intense as we saw yesterday afternoon. High today is going to be 75 degrees.
A major decision from the Supreme Court on voting rights could have a major impact on who controls Congress after the next election. Chief Justice John Roberts and conservative Brett Kavanaugh surprised many by joining the court's liberal justices in striking down Alabama's congressional map, which critics say diluted the power of black voters. The 5-4 decision upheld a lower court ruling finding a redistricting map drawn by the Republican-led Alabama legislature violated the Voting Rights Act. It drew just one district out of 7 that had a majority of black voters, even though more than 1 in 4 Alabama residents are black.
The Spokane Teen Addiction Center is no longer being forced to close, at least for now. Today, the Department of Health and Daybreak Youth Services will be back in court. Last month, the Washington Department of Health suspended Daybreak's licenses and said it had to shut down. Now, a Thurston County Superior Court judge says he wants to hear from both sides before making a final decision. They will present their arguments on why Daybreak either should remain open or shut down for good.
7 men from Eastern Washington are in jail accused of sexually abusing children. These arrests were part of an operation spanning several days that specifically went after people targeting children online. Here's the list of men who've been arrested. Investigators are asking anyone with information about them or that could help identify some of the victims in this case to call the Stevens County Sheriff's Office.
A group of bipartisan lawmakers on Capitol Hill will soon introduce a bill to ban the sale of bump stocks and other devices that increase the first rate of semi-automatic guns. The proposed legislation comes after 2 federal appeals courts ruled to strike down a 2017 ban on bump stocks from the ATF.
This morning, we've been live at the podium talking all about graduation weekend. There are going to be hundreds of graduates and families that are going through the podium from this evening to Monday morning. And go to our website, KXLY.com, where we have all the details we've been talking about this morning, from parking to going through security screening to seating to what you can and can't bring here at the podium. That's where you can find also all of the details about where you come in and where you exit when your graduation ceremony is over.
A story many of you are reading on KXLY.com. U.S. Marshals in Eastern Washington tracked down and arrested 2 wanted fugitives from Portland. They did this in Spokane on Wednesday. The 2 young men were both wanted in Portland on charges of first-degree robbery with a firearm. They were caught and arrested on West Rockwell in Spokane.
And something to keep on your radar for next week's morning commutes. New ramp meters will be turned on next week on the Geiger Grove interchange getting onto I-90. Like the other meters, they're meant to make merging onto the freeway safer during rush hour. We'll check weather one more time next.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
What's good about River Ridge Hardware and how we stand out as a neighborhood hardware store? When a customer comes in, it's our opportunity to help them with whatever project they're doing, whether it's painting or building something new. We truly want to help you. What makes Peter's Hardware Store stand out in the neighborhood is it is eclectic type hardware store since 1934. And yes, we're the oldest working hardware store in Spokane. It's really a fun place to visit.
Clouds and humidity and warmth is what's awaiting you as you head outdoors. We are going to see some scattered showers. There is some slight thunder shower potential, more likely into the mountains of Idaho and north of Deer Park later on this afternoon. Our high today is going to be 76 degrees. 77 tomorrow, drier. It's going to be 83 on Sunday, drier yet, about a 20% chance of showers both days, really. And then we get hot next week, Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures nearing 90 degrees.
Wow, that's really something.
Scriptas has to be for all our high school graduates,
Has
right?
to.
All of you who are graduating this weekend, congratulations. You deserve it. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Best of luck. Hey, we'll see you throughout Good Morning America.